I wanted to talk about heaven and hell, but the within, the dark and the light. Most of my life, I would, up until a few years ago, I would consider it was mainly nothing but hell. My own prison, my own love it, my own darkness. Like it was, I would, when I look back, I consider myself that I was stuck. And I was fine in that stuckness. But over the years, I've learned how to pull myself out of hell multiple times, to see heaven, to see the light, to be the light. And so over the last couple of years, it would seem very chaotic in my patterns. But I'm seeing now, my last trip to hell, that diving to the deepest depths of hell, of yourself, of your shadow, brings up the purest of gold. Like, there's a purpose to it. I guess it's much easier for me because I know how to pull myself out of, heaven, out of hell, out of the matrix, out of, I know how to do that, and I've been fluctuating back and forth a lot lately, and I feel there's a higher purpose to this. But I realized all the things I didn't like about my life and myself and all that stuff, it required actually going into it. And the more you go dive down deep, the higher you come up for air, for light. And I'm pretty sure this makes me a wounded healer, a shaman, among other hats, titles, or whatever. Each time I come up and then somehow go back down, it gets easier and easier every single time. Almost to the point where I do not let it affect me in my psyche, in my reality, and all that stuff. It's a tool, it's a process that maybe not all of us have, but I know I have it. And every time I trip around, I pull up another pearl, I pull up another piece of gold, another piece of healing information, another piece of how to heal society, and all that stuff. And I guess in a sense, when you're in hell, whether you put yourself there or not, you learn to accept what is, and the transition back up goes much faster, much quicker. The ascension is much quicker, much faster from when you just accept it and see it from a non-personal point of view, or like an ascended point of view, or how this can help others and how this can help you. Because trust me, I've been to friggin' hell. I've been there. I made a home there for a bit too, and I realized that it may be easier and easier each time around to come up to the light, but I realized that the shadows have purpose. It's like I am them, but I am not them at the same time. That is technically the idea of the devil. It's you. There's parts of you that would be considered devil. I don't use air quotes. I don't like the connotation with the word devil, but it is the part of you that has rejected the God within you, that will not go until you accept it for what it is. You look it right in the face. You look at it with such grace. I think grace would be the word. Grace, when you do that, you shine a light on it. And those particles that weren't actually truly yours in general go away. And the most important stuff stays with you as you move forward, as you move into higher consciousness, as you move into being who you are supposed to be and what you're here to do. It is true what they say that everything is an inside job. You have heaven and hell inside of you. When you detach from these two realities and realize that you are good as God, like, you're taking care of it, all this stuff, and everything is working out for your betterment. You're learning, you're understanding, because that's what you're here for, to learn through experiences. You aren't the shadows. You've gotten them from somewhere else. You've taken them on. And a lot of us hold on to that stuff as personality, as habits, and all this stuff, but you realize that you aren't any of it. You are perfect. There's no devil. There's no evil inside you. It's not yours. And the same could be said for the heaven aspect. Because at the end of the day, it's like, we're all extensions of God. That's a given, right? So we were actually born pure, born perfect. This is our original state. So it's like, you don't have to strive for it. You don't have to find it. You are it. And that's all you'll ever be. It's all, what you're looking for, striving for, it's already inside of you. The devil will tell you, you don't deserve this. You did this in life. It doesn't matter the case. The devil will always tell you you don't deserve to be pure, to be happy, to be abundant, to be free. Most people are afraid to look at their, air quotes, bad side. I was one of them too. But when you take a deep dive, multiple times, with eyes of light, you realize, number one, the purpose in these shadows for your ascension, for your soul's evolution. But most importantly, you learn that you are free. You are free from the matricy and the devil and the ways of the world, and all the guilt and shame that has not only been put on your name somehow, some way, but the collective's guilt and shame. You realize that you were there once, and you start to realize this is what holds us all back as a humanity. It could just be one single friggin' bad thing you've done in your life, and that could keep you in that devil energy, or looking for salvation for your whole life. And that's not a life to live. So there is truth in the saying, you have to go through hell to get to heaven or whatever. There's some sort of metaphorical truth there. Most just stay in hell for whatever reasons it may be. Conformity, guilt, judgment, shame, the ways of the world, your past. But when you gain the ability and understanding to exalt yourself from all that stuff and face the darkest parts of the human, everything, you face those shadows and that darkness with eyes and heart of light, knowing that you are divine. It sets you free. And I've taken multiple depths, up and down, into hell, heaven and hell, in between. And today, I decided I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to perpetuate that anymore. I'm good. I'm good as God. And I'm gonna use what I learned. Use the knowledge of self and other and all this stuff. I refuse to go to hell anymore. Because there ain't nothing left. Nothing left to do but ascend.